Hey guys,
it's
never stopped
finally
touching it
time
today,
for some
and
new character info.
we have reacted to Legends
We
information.
posted hint on our
I
official
believe they are
social
about
media
to show
accounts,
the new
so
units.
there were probably lot of different predictions. Take a look.
Yep, so it's OG Dragon Ball, we know that. They just showed the Zenkai launch and all the awesome events we're gonna get. Let's see. They gave the hint out yesterday. A few people said it was gonna be this guy, so it actually is. So, one of the Sparking Tambourine. Interesting. I think this is his first ever appearance in the game. I don't think he has a hero unit and extreme. So yeah, that's interesting. Does that mean the LF is DKP? I think it's gonna be.
I must say that's a fitting burial site for
Those
you.
are pretty decent animations as well. They've done really well with animations lately. Gotta hand it to them. Okay, yeah, DKP. Okay, and the art looks pretty insane. That's what we'd like to see. So what is LF gonna be?
You're done.
Okay, that green card looks pretty cool. Here's the LF.
Don't toy with me, kid. This is the end.
Okay. Okay. Nice little explosion.
Finally dead, aren't you, brat?
Nice. Okay, so this part I actually want to go over myself, so I kind of wait until they finish the video and everything, and now I'm just gonna react to the first of all the 1% Sparking Tambourine's kit. They don't actually brought his kit onto the site, so we'll go to the site for DKP afterwards. But here we see he's element green, he's a support type, tag DB, he's gonna buff DB, green and yellow, because other than that, what else does he have? He's not part of anything else other than DB and probably Dragon Ball Saga, so that's it in that case. For the first part, so he has strong synergy with DB tag. So starter ability, when there is at least one other tag DB ally, the damage is plus 30% and ally subcounts on switch on -1, and that's uncancelable. Nice to see that they're showing us the shorter kits, which is just fantastic. So outstanding subcount reduction ability, so his first unique on cover change, ally subcount -3, enemy key -30, enemy Dragon Balls -1 2 times, so that's a bit annoying. When on standby, an ally is hit by enemy arts 2 times, so he gets his subcount reduced 2 times and it resets every time. So decent so far, doesn't look anything too crazy. So gain Dragon Balls to boost attack, evasiveness and more. So part of a unique ability, when on battlefield and 1 Dragon Ball is gained, critical rate plus 10%, so he can go up to 30%, vanish gorge plus 50%, nullify special cover changes 3 counts, and when not defeated and 1 Dragon Ball is gained, ally health plus 5%, ally damage plus 15%, and cancel ally attribute downgrade. So basically when he's getting Dragon Balls, he can go pretty insane. After you get 3, you've got your crit rate to the max. It could be 30%. You've recovered essentially 50% of your vanishing gorge 3 times. You've got cover change. If you use it at the correct times, you could have it so that you get cover change for 9 time accounts. Ally health gets healed 5% 3 times, 50% 3 times, so for the damage. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. If you're smart with it, he can go pretty crazy with his combos, really. Okay, onto this final part, and then we'll move on to DKP. Okay, so remove debuffs with main ability, so pretty standard right there. So destroys 1 random card, then draw ultimate arts, next health plus 30%, key plus 50, cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, cancel enemy attribute upgrades, and seals all main abilities of your opponent for 10 time accounts. That's pretty good. If you get into a scenario where they were kind of relying on it, you can catch them off guard there and do pretty well, so that's not too bad. Do they mention anything else here about him? No, they move on to DKP, so we'll move on to the site and check out his entire kit. Legends Limited Demon King Piccolo, the first version of him as DKP as an LF, and I've got to say, they did him justice with his animations. Even this art looks incredible, so let's take a look at what his kit does. So we know here, he's purple, his tags are Regen, Namekian, Powerful Opponent, DB, and he's part of Dragon Ball Saga. I don't like reading over the yellow text pretty much most of the time because it just gives the Sunwise version of everything, so I'll just go over pretty much everything in white that I need to. So for his Z ability, his best one, he buffs DB, Regen, and Powerful Opponent plus 38% to strike attack and blast defense, and if there's a DB unit, they get an extra 18% strike defense, which is pretty good main ability. Even the one at 6 stars is decent, so either or would be fantastic really for those tags. Okay, onto the strike. So on activation, enemy damage received plus 10%, and he has blast armor. With the blast on activation, enemy damage received is plus 10%. Those both count for 10 timer counts, so that's decent. Okay, so the special move, massive damage on activation, special move damage plus 30%. So not even if you hit, so that's pretty good. On hit, enemy Dragon Ball -1 one time. Wow, that just happens. There's no like percent chance or anything, so that's pretty insane. All enemies sub counts plus 3, and it has blast armor, so pretty annoying blue card if you actually manage to get it off. Okay, green card, draw 1 card plus 50 key plus 20% 2 damage for 15 timer counts. Special cover change, nullified for 5 counts. Cancel attribute, downgrades of normal conditions. All enemy sub counts on switch plus 3 for 15 timer counts. So that seems like it stacks as well. So I'm guessing if you use multiple greens, you could just kind of increase the sub count pretty crazily on switch. So that's pretty decent. Okay. Ultimate, massive damage, so it's not supreme compared to what most ultras or very powerful LFs have. On activation, ultimate damage plus 30% and penetrate endurance, so no, they changed the text there, so normally you would say nullify anyone who restores health at if health goes to 0, but now penetrate endurance is way better. Very easy to understand. So also when you need Gorgeous Full, destroy entire enemy hand, cancels enemy attribute upgrades, buff effects, blast armor when charging forward. So yeah, a lot more simpler to read compared to many of the other ultimates, so that's pretty nice. I feel like it's a bit tame as well. You just get ultimate damage and penetrate endurance, and when you need Gorgeous Full, you destroy their hand and cancel buffs really. So not too crazy off on an ultimate. Main ability, so he draws the ultimate arts, health plus 20%, key plus 50, protect hand for 20 timer counts, so your hand just can't be destroyed no matter what. Nullify attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, so 25 timer counts needed for you to use that like normal. Not bad. So starter ability, interesting. So starter ability is now added. Wow, this is a lot different compared to how it normally is set out. So starter ability, damage plus 270%, damage guard plus 130%, key recovery plus 50%, draw speed plus 1, strike and blast arts cost -5, and protect Dragon Balls for 50 counts, all uncancelable. So from the start of the battle, you just can't lose any of your Dragon Ball. That is very powerful. Okay, so that's very nice to have, because I've said this in a lot of these previous kit breakdowns that a lot of units are just reducing Dragon Balls and it's getting very annoying. Like even this guy does it with his special move, destroy a Dragon Ball. A lot of units just had it, and it was just like, okay, Rising Rush is the most like guaranteed super damaging attack that you could do in the game. It just utilizes all 3 of your characters or your remaining battle members and just annihilates opponents. Really, you try to rely on that a lot of the time, so for it to be in a position where you are pretty much guaranteed to get 150 timer counts off potentially against the opponent you're versing is really powerful. Okay, onto the unique ability then. So On battlefield entry, draws up to 2 cards if hand has 3 or fewer. Key plus 30. Nullify special cover changes for 5 counts. Dragon Ball plus 1 time. Destroys 1 enemy card. So he just gains a Dragon Ball as well. So straight away he's only in need of 6. And in 50 timer cards, that's not too bad of an ask to get. Also, if Unique Gorge is full, nullify element disadvantages for 5 timer cards, and enemy strike or blast arts costs plus 10 for 5 cards. Okay, that's decent. When on battlefield and Dragon Ball's Howard reaches 7, so when you actually get the rush, Howard plus 10%, Key plus 10%, and damage plus 20% for 15 timer cards. When on standby and 7th Dragon Ball is gained, sub counts minus 10. So they're basically trying to push you to bring him into the battle and then rush with him so that you can just go crazy. So on Rising Rush activation, destroy entire hand, then draw 1 each of strike, blast, special move arts. Wow, that is actually pretty insane. That makes it so basically your opponent has the lowest chance of guessing your rush, because in some cases you'd have a full hand of strikes or like 2 strikes, 2 blasts, and you have like kind of a 50-50 chance of the opponent guessing strike or blast. In this case you have 1 of each, so it's the lowest chance they get to guess the rush, which is pretty good. I gotta say that's nice, especially with all of these. They're basically saying for the first rush you get rush with this guy. Half plus 20%, rising rush damage plus 40%. Wow. So if you do a rush that's worth like 3 million damage, you're getting like an extra 1 million plus damage into that. That is very good, because most rushes you're most likely gonna rush against type neutral or when you have type advantage. So most rushes are gonna do 3 million plus, and that is pretty good. Penetrate endurance for 3 timer counts with the rush. Wow. You get for 3 timer counts just in case you do miss the rush and you can take someone out. You got the benefits of that in 3 counts. But yeah, that's pretty insane to get penetrate endurance. Dragon Balls plus 2. So straight after that, wow, straight after that you get 2 Dragon Balls, ally sub counts minus 10, and enemy Dragon Balls minus 3. Wow. So the first rush you use is just gonna be insane, because you have to remember you're not gonna have it if you get it quick as well. Like I've been rushed in 15 timer counts in some matches. It's been ridiculous, considering this guy will have an extra 35 counts after that to be able to gain Dragon Balls and not lose them. He would only need 5, and then your enemies have had 3 of the Dragon Balls taken away. Yeah, that's pretty insane. When hit by enemy arts, it resets on switch. Enemy strike and blast arts cost plus 10 for 10 timer counts. That happens once. When ally is defeated 1 time, Dragon Balls plus 1, damage plus 20%, all enemy health restoration minus 30% for 15 timer counts, and all enemy draw speed minus 1 for 15 timer counts. And that happens once. Okay, so this guy looks like he just gets a lot of ways to do a lot more damage, because if you think of it, here he had 270%. Here he got like another 20% when he gets the rush. Here he's doing plus 40% more damage with the rush. Here he's getting 20% more damage. Now, like, it's pretty insane how quickly he gets over 300% damage in certain scenarios. So when on battlefield, an enemy activates ultimate or awakened arts or rising rush for 3 timer counts, ally sub count minus 10, and cancels enemy buff effects. So yeah, that's really good. You can just basically swap it to any character and just have them take it. So his special cover changes against strikes, and he can combo into a special move like every other cover change unit. Okay, and the final unique gorge. Wow, remember when literally all of this would have just been 1 ability? That's insane. This is like nothing. So when the unique gorge becomes full, health plus 50%, special move and ultimate damage plus 50%, health restoration plus 20%, special move arts cost minus 10, protect Dragon Balls 50 counts. Wow. So depending on when you get it, let's say you're 30 counts into the match, that means that another 50 timer counts, so you could get, potentially you get up to 100 counts of Dragon Balls being protected if you don't utilize the unique wards and fill it within the first 50 timer counts. You most likely will, but this is a very low chance. But a lot of the times this is going to come in handy. There's more than 50 timer counts most of the time. So charges each time one Dragon Ball is gained while not defeated. Wow, so actually most likely we'll get it in the first 30 counts, I think, and then you get, so 80 counts is like kind of the amount of time you'll get your Dragon Balls to just be protected. This guy seems like just a rising rush beast. If you rush with him, you're very, very much in the advantage, and if you get it off on a unit that just gets taken out, like, yeah, this guy is gonna be pretty good. I can see him being used on a very good powerful opponent team, probably on the leader slot, filling with maybe some android characters, because I think, is it the blue LF MVP 17? I'm pretty sure he has it so that in his kit, I don't know if it's him or the teams, but there's something that gives plus 70% to rising rush damage. So if that's just for him, that's still decent, but if it's for allies, that's gonna be insane. So yeah, this guy seems pretty insane. It kind of makes sense that he is the Rush King, considering how crazy he was to get all the Dragon Balls. So yeah, let me know if you're excited for him. I definitely am. I was considering skipping this and saving for anniversary, but this is kind of tempting me to do a few summons, see if I pull him or not, but we'll see. If you summon for him, I hope you have good luck. If you don't and you're saving for Annie, I hope anniversary is lucky for all of us. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. See you on the next one. Goodbye.